back on the 928, and today we're gonna continue on the rear end. Now that means we're going to actually flesh out the rear diffuser, the backside of the bumper. We just had a fresh shipment of clay come in, so let's just get started. Ooh, that's really hot in my hand. Ouch. Ah! That hurts so much. Look how much sweat there's in that glove. This is disgusting. And that was this hot clay. Would you like this? I'm now starting the auction bidding at 69 cents for this glove.
From me.
I'll just set this right here for anybody who wants to buy it. Anyway, we're changing over the clay because we got new clay, and it's the automaker type instead of, I mean, this is meant for the same thing, but different, so. Long story short, we got better clay, and I'm excited. But that means I have to clean out the old crock pot, the old Clay Warman 3000. Just let that stew for a little bit. This stuff should have more body to it, so hopefully it'll hold itself up off this little frame.
So it's similar to what we just said, which is just boom, air exit, but we just add this little
Support
channel.
Do you think we should have it actually bridge or have it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think have it bridge. You could do it where it doesn't. I could see it go either way.
Maybe I'll start with it not.
I mean, then we can just fill in if we
Fill
want
it in
to.
after.
Yeah.
That's where I was headed, like this. But I was thinking,
I would bring it back somewhere in this area.
So Tony's back with some nitpicks.
That's what I'm here for.
Nitpick Tony TM. Nah, we're just kidding. We're still working on our design. So
we're gonna do something a little more typical and just have this tie up into here with still our exit air for anything collecting in the wheel well to be able to leave that spot.
yeah, and I agree too, because I made it this way because I thought it would look cool, and I think it does look cool independently, but as a whole cohesive unit, it's a little disjointed. So I'm in
we're
agreement.
gonna we'll just tie this in. This will be a nice smooth body line and with a place for air to exit.
And great, some downforce too.
Yeah.
All right, so I have made this not entirely efficient, but pretty cool profile of what we think the diffuser is going to be to fit under the car, to fit around the underneath of the body, because we have the battery tray in the way, and we also have the fuel tank. Now the fuel tank is still a little bit in the way. I'm not entirely sure if we want to adjust the strap or not. That's still up in the air, I think, a little bit, because that's going to make it a little bit more of a hump here, more of a cut down, because this is basically a sweep that shows from basically how it fits underneath the car. Now again, this is not necessarily the most efficient diffuser.
This would be a more efficient diffuser.
Yeah, that's more efficient. That's a 10-degree angle. That's actually the maximum about of what you would want.
So
for
the
an
air will
angle.
be expanding at a constant rate underneath the car. There, obviously, not very much here. It will expand a lot there.
Yeah. So I'm sure it does something for downforce, but it also replaces the air a lot smoother and will keep the bumper from parachuting. So there's pros
And looks
cons.
super cool.
And looks super cool. That's yeah. So the idea here is we're trying to figure out what we can fit, how we can fit it, what we can fit, and we have plenty of ideas how it's going to flow into the rear bumper, and we'll get into that in a little bit when we're ready to.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to getting clay all over my hands. All right, so I have the wing adjusted now. I ended up extending the center out where it cuts in off of the the rear glass. body line, you want to call that, I guess. We'll call it a body line. And edge of the frame, whatever. And then we also brought the end here to turn up a little bit higher because we have it stepped down, and that'll help aerodynamically because otherwise it would just bleed air.
Like a gurney flap.
A gurney flap, is that the official term?
That is it is an official term, and that, yeah, is somewhat gurney flappish.
I'm gonna Google gurney flap after this.
Please do.
I'm afraid of what I'm gonna find.
Everyone should Google gurney flap after this.
With safe search turned on though, because I don't trust it. Yeah, so we got that sorted out. And in this video, we also got the lower behind the wheel sorted out as well. I don't know what to call that, and I'm not going to call it anything because, is that a gurney flap too?
It is not a gurney flap.
I think it's a gurney flap. Anyway, so that's gonna kind of wrap up our clay work for now, I think. We'll probably revisit a couple things here, there, or tweak it, but that'll be maybe down the road. What to look forward to next, actually, is we're gonna start the metal work on the front right fender. Now, we made the wooden buck in a previous video, and I am stoked to finally start shaping some aluminum with that.
Yes, it will be cool to make something that's actually going to be a final product.
And I'll stop getting DMs about using this much Bondo in a car, and then it won't work because it's not Bondo. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that like button because that helps us grow, and we put a lot of effort into these videos. And that's all I'm gonna ask of you guys, is just hit the like button. It's an easy little button, and it just makes everybody happy. Right? Does it make you happy, Tony?
It makes me happy. Can't you tell?
He's very happy. Look at him. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week, and stay cool. It's hot out.